spiritual matters, moral matters, matters having to do with their eternal soul. Which is why I want to give you a shortcut now, a way to save time or make up for time that's already been lost. What I'm about to tell you is very important, and I don't want you to think I'm exaggerating for the sake of effect. You won't read it in most self-improvement books or even spiritual books. And yet, if you put this shortcut into practice, I can practically guarantee you that you'll eliminate 80% of your emotional and spiritual problems, and probably most of your other faults as well. That's a big promise, I know, but it's true. And it has to do with the way we communicate. St. James, who was an apostle of Christ and one of his closest friends, made the following statement in a famous epistle he wrote. Any man among you who is perfect in speech is a perfect man. The profound shortcut that God has to offer you is this. If you guard your speech closely and somehow manage to control your tongue, you will consequently control everything else in your life. Everything. What you've got to understand is that the tongue is exactly like the rudder of a ship. You know what the rudder does? It steers the ship. It controls the ship. When it moves in a certain direction, the whole ship obeys its command and moves with it. Well, that's the same effect the tongue has on the human person. It's our rudder. It's what steers us. It may be small and unseen, but the power it has over what we do and how we act and where we go is incredible. Control the rudder, control the ship. Tame your tongue, tame yourself. It's that simple. Unfortunately, the reverse is also true. People who don't discipline their tongues go through life destroying everything in their wake. They destroy the most beautiful experiences because of the harmful things they say. Eventually, they end up miserable. Miserable because they've managed to alienate everyone around them. You know this is true. How many things have you said in your own life that you wish you could take back now? Especially all those stupid things said in anger. Human beings have learned to conquer all kinds of harsh environments on the earth and under the sea and even in outer space. But we can't seem to conquer our own tongues. Those medieval mystics were right. In fact, they had another great Latin saying, quid hoc ad eternitatem. What is this in light of eternity? In other words, why do we get so angry and upset about our problems? Why can't we control the angry, hurtful things we say when nothing really matters in comparison to the big picture, the picture that involves death, judgment, and heaven and hell? We see a little child in a department store crying because his father won't buy him a certain toy. He's moaning and screaming, all because he's not getting what he wants. At that moment, he's matters in comparison to the big picture, the picture that involves death, judgment, and heaven and hell. We see a little child in a department store crying because his father won't buy him a certain toy. He's moaning and screaming, all because he's not getting what he wants. Why do we get so angry and upset about our problems? Why can't we control the angry, hurtful things we say when nothing really matters in comparison to the big picture, the picture that involves death, judgment, and heaven and hell? We see a little child in a department store crying because his father won't buy him a certain toy. He's moaning and screaming, all because he's not getting what he wants. At that moment, he's really experiencing a tragedy. He's dying inside because he's not getting that toy. The other people in the store might be amused at the scene and might even laugh. Why? Because they know how unimportant that toy really is. They've lived long. They have perspective. Well, guess what? The saints in heaven are laughing at us. We throw temper tantrums all the time because we don't get what we want. Our spouses don't give us the support we need. Our children don't give us the appreciation we deserve. Our boss doesn't give us the pay raise we've earned. The clerk behind the counter doesn't give us the respect we're due. They're not giving us the toys we want. Yes, in light of eternity, those things are all just toys. You don't think so? One day you might. One day, God forbid, when you come out of the doctor's office and you've just been given the terrible news that the tumor they found is malignant, and you walk onto the sunny street and see a cab driver screaming expletives at the car in front of him for not moving fast enough, and a child crying because his ice cream cone has fallen onto the street, and a woman yelling at her husband for who knows what reason, then you're going to understand what true perspective is. Then you're going to understand why deeply spiritual people of every generation have always seemed so calm and quiet and free from anxiety. is because they ask themselves the question, what is this light of eternity? But maybe you have the disposition of an angel. Maybe you're soft-spoken, polite, and very proper. I admire you. I wish I was that way. I have too much Italian in me. Does that mean this shortcut won't work for you? Not at all. Because I guarantee you still have a problem with your tongue. Controlling your speech isn't just about anger management. There's a lot more to it. For instance, do you ever lie? Do you ever brag? Do you ever complain? Do you ever gossip? Do you ever ridicule others? Do you ever rashly judge people? Do you ever use silent body language to convey your anger or sarcastic tones of voice? Come on, be honest. You know you do. We all do. Guarding our speech and controlling our tongue isn't just about the nasty things we say. It's about all the garbage that comes out of our mouth on a daily basis. Christ was very clear about it. He told his disciples, when you have to say yes, say yes. When you have to say no, say no. Anything else is from the evil one. What could be simpler to understand? So with all that in mind, if you're the type of person who curses frequently, then for the next few days, you need to try eliminating all expletives from your speech. No more obscenities, no more vulgarities, no more excuses. Just stop cold. And if you're the type of person who doesn't have a problem with profanity, then try something else. Pick 2 or 3 of the other imperfections we just listed and eliminate those from your speech. Stop gossiping for once in your life. Stop bragging. Stop lying. Stop complaining. Ultimately, the goal here isn't just to clean your speech. It's to clean your soul. If you tame your tongue, you tame yourself. If you conquer your mouth, then you conquer your life. So to sum up, here are 4 things you could do right away to take back control of your life. 1, communicate with God on a daily basis. Pray, read the Bible. No Bible, no bed. 2, get off your rear and move 3 times per week, at least 30, 60 minutes at a time. 3, clean up. Get rid of the clutter, not only in your physical surroundings, but in your mind too. 4, watch your tongue. Remember, any man among you who is perfect in speech is a perfect man. I'm Anthony Destefano, and this is A Travel Guide to Life. See you next time.